Hello everyone and welcome to our mini homestead. Today I am making a video about some tips I learned over the last 2 years when I am processing rabbits. So as you know, we raise rabbits for meat, and the end of the process is actually processing that rabbit and prepare it to be going in the freezer for future meals for us. So this video is about tips I learned to make the processing of the rabbit a little bit easier for me. There is a lot of videos on YouTube that I learned from, and it gives you a detailed process how you from start to finish you process your rabbit. I'm not gonna put you through all that because it will be a repetitive information. I'm just want to share with you few tips that I learned that makes it easier for me. So with that said, before we start actually the video itself and the tips, if this is something bother you, you will be seeing an animal being processed. You can just click off the video right now if this is something that you don't enjoy. So we recommend that you just don't watch it. If you do raise rabbits for meat and you do process your rabbits, maybe this will be helpful for you for these tips that I learned. The first tip I want to share with you, which I will going to show it on the screen in a minute. But before I share it, that many rabbitry owners give that they don't feed the rabbits the day before or the last meal before processing. And the reason for that is to have their intestines a little bit empty, so it will be easier in the processing and maybe protect the carcass from getting any waste on the carcass while you're actually processing. I cannot do that for a couple of reasons. First reason is I can process 2 rabbits a day maximum. I don't have the ability to do more than that. So if I have 4 or 5 kids in the same cage, or sometimes even more, then I will be starving all of them for one day just to pick up 2 to process, and that doesn't work. The second reason is even if I have the rabbit or 2 in just one cage by themselves, and I decide, okay, I'm not going to feed them today because I'm going to process them next day, and then I wake up and there it's rain, or I'm tired, or I have something else comes up, and I cannot actually end up processing that rabbit. So I did starve that rabbit for one day. It's not really starving, but held food from that rabbit for one day for no reason. Then I have to do it again when it comes time again to process that rabbit. So for that reason, I feed my rabbits normal, and when time comes to process the rabbit, I process it with the following tips. 2 tips. The first 2 tips is about that, and the third tip is regarding the neck and how I handle that. So here, the first tip. Here you see me after hanging the rabbit upside down and bleeding the rabbit, and before skinning, I press on the colon and have some of the poop comes out and wash it off before skinning, so this way that poop will never touch the meat. And then make sure when you do that you don't go lower than inch and a half down in this area. If you go lower, you will be pressing on the bladder, which is hanging upside down. But just the first inch and a half in the colon, then you'll get that out of the rabbit and wash it off, and then you start skinning. The second tip is after skinning the rabbit and before getting all the intestines and the internals out, I make an opening between the legs all the way until I get to the colon, so I can pull the colon out without the need to feed it from the bottom, and then can press on the poop and the poop can come out. So I'm going to show it to you in a closer look. The first step what I showed you, obviously the camera was not close enough, is the same way here. This is open all the way here, open through, so the colon comes out easy. I don't have to feed it out from inside, so this way it's a lot easier to clean. So the third tip that I did not it did not get recorded is for the neck, which what I do, I open the cage, the rib cage all the way to be completely open like so. In this case, I can clean this area very well, because when you hang the rabbit upside down and it bleeds out, it gets collected in this area. So cleaning this will be very hard when this is not open all the way. So I open it with the knife all the way this way. So this would be very easy to access and clean. If there is any residual from the lungs or whatever, it gets cleaned out. And then I cut 1 more inch of the neck, because that also will have some clogged blood on it. So that is the third tip for you. Please subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell, you get notified for future videos. God bless you and see you next time.